Hey everyone, welcome back to NIM's Adventures to Financial Freedom. This is episode 12 of Retire on ULTY, my real money experiment to see how much income one high-yield ETF can actually generate over time. If you're new here and not sure what ULTY is, check out my deep dive video. It's linked down in the description. All right, let's jump into week 12. In episode 11, I wrapped up with 6,134 shares, an average cost of $6.22, and weekly income of $418. At that point, my capital loss was around negative 14%, and my total return after dividends was still slightly positive. Now, in week 12, I added 305 shares at $4.97 each, bringing my total position up to 6,439 shares. And my average cost keeps dropping, now sitting at just $6.16 per share. That's a 67% reduction from where I started this journey. And despite hitting a new all-time high in income, this week also came with a reminder that markets move in cycles. With the recent downturn, my capital loss widened to negative 19.99%, and my total profit after dividends slipped back into the red, now around minus 5.18%. It's a pullback, but one that's completely normal after months of strong gains. For me, this experiment was never about chasing green numbers. It's about building consistent income and staying steady through every market phase. Now let's talk about that income. When I started this experiment back in August, ULTY was paying me just $61 a week, barely enough to grab lunch. By the end of August, that jumped to about $250 a week. In September, my weekly income climbed into the $340 to $380 range, roughly $1,600 a month. And here in October, with 6,439 shares, my weekly income has reached a new record $436 a week, which equals about $1,888 a month, or $22,659 a year in projected cash flow. Even with the recent market pullback, the income snowball keeps rolling, and that's the power of compounding through consistent investing. And just like always, a quick note. I'm not based in the US, so my broker automatically withholds taxes on all dividends. Everything I show you is net income, the actual cash that lands in my account. At this point, I've completed 12 straight weeks of consistent weekly buys, and I've decided it's time for a small shift in strategy. I'm not ending the experiment, but I've chosen to slow down my ULTY purchases. From here on, new buys will be less frequent, as I focus on tracking performance, collecting dividends, and protecting the gains I've built so far. I'm doing this because the recent volatility and market pullback make it smarter to protect capital and wait for price stabilization before adding more to such a high-yield, high-risk position. The snowball is built, now it's time to let it roll. Of course, this isn't financial advice, just my personal journey shared for entertainment purposes. Always do your own research before investing. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to follow the journey. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps spread the message of dividend-powered freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 13 of Retire on ULTY.